Order and chaos, two eternal forces that have clashed since the dawn of the realms. But while many Mortal Kombat villains crave power, conquest or revenge, one seeks something far more dangerous: complete and utter anarchy. This is the story of Havik, the cleric of chaos, and in Mortal Kombat 1, he may have just become the greatest threat the realms have ever faced. This is Havik's rise to power, the true lord of chaos. Havik first appeared in Mortal Kombat Deception 2004, a game that introduced players to Chaosrealm, a dimension built on disorder, unpredictability, and rejection of logic. Havik wasn't just a fighter from this realm, he was its philosophical embodiment. Whereas most characters in Mortal Kombat fight for noble causes, personal vengeance, or tyrannical rule, Havik fights for only one thing: the disruption of order itself. I fight for neither good nor evil, but for chaos. In Deception, Havik wandered between realms, stirring conflict wherever he could, even reviving the villainous Dragon King Onaga just to keep things unstable. He saw death not as an end, but a transformation, even feeding off the carnage it caused. His powers were cross-sticked, dislocating his own limbs to attack, snapping his neck mid-battle, then twisting it back with a grin. A walking horror show who enjoyed the pain, not only inflicting it, but receiving it. But Havik faded from the spotlight for years after Armageddon, until now. In Mortal Kombat 1, Liu Kang has rebooted the entire timeline, crafting a world of balance, peace, and structure. And what better breeding ground for chaos than enforced order? Here, Havik returns with a new face, new plan, and more disturbing ambition than ever. Originally the Prime Minister of Seido, the realm of order, Havik was once an idealistic reformer who believed in changing the system for the better. But when he was mutilated and cast out for treason, something inside him snapped, literally and metaphorically. Now he believes true freedom can only exist through chaos, not rebellion, not protest, but absolute destruction of every system, every structure, every law that binds society. He is no longer just chaos cleric, he is a revolutionary, spreading his message with blood. In Mortal Kombat 1 story mode, Havik is far more cunning. He infiltrates the government of Seido, sows discord, and manipulates his former allies, and eventually leads a brutal coup, overthrowing the very system he once saved. His rise is grotesque, but chillingly logical. Chaos doesn't come from outside, it's born from within when order becomes too rigid. And Havik, he is the spark. Unlike other villains like Shao Kahn, who wants to rule, or Quan Chi, who wants to dominate souls, Havik doesn't want control. He wants to liberate reality from control itself. He views emotions like fear, pain, and madness as truth, while law, morality, and peace are lies imposed by cowards. To Havik, chaos isn't evil, it's freedom in its purest form. Peace is a cage, order is a leash. Let it all burn, let the screams ring out, only then are we truly alive. This mindset is what makes Havik far more dangerous than past villains. You can reason with tyrants, you can kill sorcerers, but how do you stop an idea? How do you kill a philosophy that spreads like fire? Gameplay wise, Havik is Mortal Kombat's grotesque innovator. His fighting style in Mortal Kombat 1 is brutal, erratic, and theatrical, from breaking his own limbs to weaponizing his decaying body. His Death Dealer mechanic allows him to inflict self-damage in exchange for powered-up moves. The more damaged he becomes, the more powerful and unpredictable his offense. His fatal blows and fatalities are pure body horror, Think bones snapping out of skin, vomiting blood to blind opponents, and reshaping his flesh to become a weapon. He thrives in pain, and the more chaos in the match, the more dangerous he becomes. But what truly sets him apart is his ability to influence others. In Mortal Kombat 1's narrative, Havik doesn't just fight, he radicalizes, corrupts, and spreads madness. He's the kind of villain who turns friends into enemies, laws into lies, and heroes into hypocrites. Let's put this into perspective. Shao Kahn wants power over realms. Shang Tsung wants soul and sorcery. Onaga wants to restore ancient rule. But Havik, he wants to erase all meaning, all system, all morality. He wants the realms to cannibalize each other in glorious entropy. And now, in Liu Kang's freshly structured timeline, where everything has a purpose and place, Havik might just be the perfect counterforce. A villain who can unravel Liu Kang's peace from within, not with strength, but with philosophy. What if Havik's chaos becomes infectious? What if heroes begin to see truth in his madness? After all, Liu Kang's peace has already started to crack, with multiple realms questioning his authority, timelines bleeding together, and the gods growing weary. In that kind of world, Havik doesn't need to win the war, he just needs to light the match. Havik is more than a Mortal Kombat villain. He is the embodiment of the franchise's darkest question. What if there is no order? What if chaos is the point? And if he continues his rise, no one, not Liu Kang, not Earthrealm, not the Elder Gods will be safe. Like, subscribe, and comment. Do you think Havik is the most dangerous MK villain ever? See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.